Hi, I'm Jimmy Redmond with Liquid Force, and this is the newest addition to LF's Wakesurf line. This is the Chase 6er, and that's the pro model for Chase Hazen. Chase is a surf-style wake surfer. He comes from Santa Cruz. So if he's riding behind a boat or in the ocean, he's going to be attacking it just like he's surfing. And what that means is what he wants in a board is it's a thicker board. It's got more volume, more buoyancy, and it allows you to have a board that's really going to project. It launches off the wake. Chase will show you, I mean, it's amazing how much air he can get off of this board. But you don't need a whole lot of board because it's got so much volume. With a blunted nose, a wide plan shape, and the width and volume of this board and the width of the tail, it's all the board you need, and it fits the wake better. Chase's board features a big pad area in the front with an arch bar in the center and a multi-zone pad in the rear. Arch bar in the center, big kickstop, and a little bit of extra traction up here in case you move your foot forward. Now what's cool, this is another board in our custom series, so it's emulating exactly the prototype master that I built for Chase that he tested and approved. We take my master, create a file that'll replicate the board in a CNC, but then that core is hand finished, the graphics inlaid into the glass, and then the glass is hand sanded and finished out just like a custom surfboard. The real magic on the 6er happens on the hull. You notice like when Chase flips the board around and rides reverse, he can actually hold it in position for a while. And that's because we've got this deep slot in the tip. It gives the board, edges, just like on a wakeboard, where you can really control your direction. You don't need fins, you have a controlling surface that allows you to maintain control when reverse. It's got these edge bevels though that gives you the forgiveness. So if you come up a little front foot heavy, you're not going to bury the nose and have the board sucked out from under you. Now that water coming off the nose, coming through this center section, flows into a nice single concave. And then that's all redirected into this wide slot out the tail of the board. This gives the board amazing projection and thrust. It's a really wide tail. It's got what we call a wing shape in the tail. And what that does is it breaks the rail line right behind the large side fins. It allows the board to pivot tightly. And the other thing you'll notice is obviously all these fins. That's why we call it the 6er. The whole idea about Chase's board is versatility and the ability to customize the ride to how you want it to feel. Chase likes to ride it with these two big outside fins and then these little nubsters in the back. The nubsters allow the board to still have projection and drive, but not be so big that you can't break them free, spin around reverse, but at the same time punt air. You can also ride it as a twinser. You take an Allen key, you loosen these little screws, remove the rear fin, and now the board's a twinser. By twinser I mean you got the small canard fin in the front and the large outside fin. The canard accelerates the water flow and keeps it attached to the large side fin and makes the board really pivot tightly. If you want, you can also remove this and ride it just as a twin. You can also get this Liquid Force accessory fin. This is the trailing fin that's used on our thruster and our quads. And when you put it in the rear position on Chase's board, remove these outside fins, it'll ride like a conventional quad. Well, maybe not completely conventional when you see how Chase rides, but nonetheless, a board with a lot of drive and a lot of projection. So check out Chase's 6er because it's a super versatile board for a surf style approach, and it'll just amaze you how it'll progress your riding.